God, look at that picture over there. There's the Earth coming up. Wow, is that pretty?
Hello and welcome to the 2025 Astrophotography Prize Awards presentation. On behalf of the entire Astro Prize team, we would like to extend a very warm welcome to our entrants, our sponsors, judges, and of course to all of you who have joined us to celebrate the incredible achievements of this year's competition. Before we begin, we're broadcasting from Australia, where we have a custom that's performed in gatherings that bring people together. It's called the Acknowledgement of Country. I would like to acknowledge the Wurundjeri Woi Wurrung people of the Kulin Nation. the traditional custodians of the land on which this event is hosted today. We pay our respects to their elders, past, present, and emerging. We also recognise the enduring knowledge of the skies held by Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples. Long before Western astronomy, Aboriginal ancestors studied the stars, gave names to celestial bodies, and used them to interpret star maps and songlines. We honour their deep connection to the sky. For those of you who have seen last week's incredible judging, I'm sure you will agree it was inspirational. We had an extraordinary panel of international judges sharing their insight whilst judging some of the world's best astrophotography. From wide-field Milky Way landscapes to deep sky galaxies, planetary details, lunar artistry, the standard this year has been nothing less than exceptional. So well done to all of our entrants. This event would not be possible without the generous support of our sponsors. We'd like to extend our gratitude to our major sponsor, Celestron. Celestron have sponsored the overall winner with a Celestron Edge 9.25 HD telescope OTA valued at $3,000 USD. How amazing is that? Also this year, very exciting, we introduced the Celestron Prize that went to the highest scoring image taken through a Celestron OTA, which wins an Origin Intelligent Home Observatory. We will be announcing the winner of this incredible prize shortly, so thank you so much to Celestron for coming on board as our major sponsor. We'd also like to thank our category sponsors, Sidereal and Move Shoot Move, who have sponsored the first prize in the landscape category with the Samyang 14-inch f2.8 MK2 lens and Move Shoot Move Nomad Pro kit. Sidereal have also sponsored our solar system category, offering a first prize of a QHY color planetary camera. Thank you, Sidereal, for continuing your journey with the Astro Prize. Thank you also to Chroma Technology, sponsor our first place in the deep space category, offering a $1,100 prize towards the purchase of Chroma filters. And a huge thank you to Lloyd as well from Deep Sky West for sponsoring the remote imaging category with a full annual subscription valued at $1,500 USD. As well as this, all of our category runner-ups will receive an Astrophotography store voucher valued at $200. Thank you again, Astrography. Also, a shout out to AstroBin for promoting our competition. Really appreciate you coming on board with us. So we really appreciate our sponsors, and I'm sure the people that win the prizes do as well. But we invite all of you to take any opportunities you can to share the love by following sponsor pages and checking out their fabulous products. So without further ado, I get to hand over to Competition Director Andy Campbell, who has done an amazing job of organising, directing and judge coordinating the 2025 Astrophotography Prize. Over to you, Andy.
Thank you so much, Robin, and welcome everyone. And it's lovely to see you all here across the world, wherever you are and whatever time it is right now. I'm Andy Campbell, and as the competition director, I've had the fun, thrill and excitement of driving this competition in the background, and it has been absolutely fantastic. It's growing. It's in its third year now. We have had some amazing entries and some fantastic sponsors that Robin's already acknowledged. So thank you for all of that. We literally can't do it without you. Thought I'd share some interesting statistics for you on the competition before we get into the announcements. So we had entrants this year from 35 different countries across 6 continents. And I think that in itself shows that astrophotography is exploding around the world in popularity. There were a total of 545 entries from 155 entrants worldwide. How about that? Our website hit 1,472,265 visits this year, and there were 240,709 views on social media, including Facebook and Instagram. Currently, there are 2,013 views of the live judging, which I guess goes to show that the event has been popular and well received. We've seen tremendous feedback on the socials from people really enjoying the judging, the education, and the opportunity to hear the images discussed, not only from the technical point of view, but I guess to get the insights from the judges as to, I guess, what makes a really, really good astrophoto. So that's been tremendously exciting, and I encourage you all to go out and watch the judging, at any time because it's really, really fun to watch. We had a total of 36 images that achieved the rarest of all, which is a gold award. And that's the highest possible standard in the competition. And congratulations to all 36 of you. 215 images achieved silver awards. And a silver award is a score between 80 and 89. I should have mentioned that a gold award is 90 or above. And 185 images were highly commended with a score between 75 and 79. Particularly like to thank our production crew and team. Like to thank Robin for coordination and support. Like to thank Daniel Bingham for creating possibly the world's greatest software platform for this kind of competition. Everything worked smoothly and seamlessly. Thank you, Daniel. The entire thing is driven through the website, and what you see at the front is just the tip of the iceberg because there's a whole bunch of stuff out the back that is super technical and fantastic, and Daniel's managed to keep that whole thing seamless and perfect. And I'd like to also thank Nathan Bingham for driving the live stream so that you can see all of us lovely people here today. Special thanks also to our amazing international judging team. We had 20 of the world's greatest astrophotographers representing 8 different countries involved in assessing the images. From the United States, we had Alyssa Pagan, Bob Coates, Christine Kenyon, Kevin Moorfield, Lloyd Smith, and Nico Carver. From the UK, we had Martin Lewis. From France, Jean-Luc Deverne. From Germany, Marcel Dreschler. From Thailand, Mike Selby. From Singapore, Marco Lorenzi. From New Zealand, Rachel Smith. And here in Australia, we were represented by Anthony Wesley, Ari Rex, Luke Sharkey, Mike Sidonio, Neil McNeil, Paul Holland, Steve Buddy, and Diego Colonello. Thank you so much, team. We literally couldn't have done this without you. And we are very grateful for donating your time and contributions to assessing these fabulous and amazing images. So, time to get into some awards. Who's excited? I'm excited. What we'd like to do now is we'll kick off with the Astro Landscape category. And just a preamble for what that is. So the Astro Landscape category combines a terrestrial foreground with the night or twilight sky, e.g. Milky Way panoramas, star trails, meteors, that kind of thing. The foreground and the sky must be photographed in the same location with the same camera and lens. No physical alterations to the landscape are permitted, i.e. no removal of trees or fences, anything like that. The data must be captured using the entrant's own equipment, and the first prize from Sidereal is the Samyang 14mm f2.8 lens and the Move Shoot Move Nomad kit bundle valued at $900. The runner-up will receive an Astrography store voucher valued at $200. Astrography turn science into art and print beautiful images for your walls. So let's crack on with the top 5 images in the category. Jason Perry of Australia. Jason, they loved your image, the alien throne with extraordinary air glow of this extraordinary vista. Congratulations, great image. Mateo's Trasera. Mateo, the judges loved your image, particularly the lonely figure on the horizon. They loved the scale that brought of the human in relation to the universe. Fantastic image. Well done. Louis Leroger. The judges loved your image, Louis. They just thought how amazing it would be to be present in that environment. To actually be there and see that was extraordinary. Well done. Jason Perry. Jason, the judges loved the ability to wander through this landscape and take it all in, and the connectedness of the Indigenous figure with the original Milky Way in the background. Congratulations. and Matteo Stracera. Matteo, the judges loved the sense of scale of your image, the lonely, isolated figure in the little house in the center there. Congratulations on making the top 5. So the runner-up for the Astro Landscape category is Matteo Stracera. Train stop under the galaxy. The entrance statement was: an abandoned train stop in Namibia's desert glows softly, embraced by the Milky Way's arc, captured under one of the clearest skies on Earth. There's a 7-panel panorama and a beautiful image. Congratulations, you have won the Astrography store voucher. And the winner is, drum roll, Matteo Stracera. You got the double. Congratulations, Matteo. You have won the prize from Sidereal Trading and Move Shoot Move. The entry statement is: between lava and stars, a 360-degree panorama showing the arch of the Milky Way stretching across the sky across the volcanic landscape of Tenerife in the Canary Islands. This was an 8-panel panorama and an absolutely extraordinary image that the judges just wanted to wander through and take it all in and embrace it. So congratulations, Matteo. Well done. You are the winner of the Astro Landscape category. Alrighty. So now we're going to move on to the Deep Space category. What is deep space? Deep space is star clusters, nebulae, supernova remnants, galaxies, galaxy clusters, pretty much anything beyond the solar system, really. The data must be captured with the entrant's own equipment, so no remote observatories or purchased data sets. We encourage a hands-on approach for the deep space category. This is for people who gather data from their backyards, their private properties, or by personally travelling out to a dark sky site. They can use any camera or telescope with or without filters, and the processing has to be done entirely by the entrant. The first prize is a voucher towards the purchase of an astronomy filter set from Chroma, valued at US $1,175. Thank you, Chroma. And so, without further ado, the top 5 are Joshua Robertson from Australia. Joshua, the judges loved the Vela supernova remnant wide field view you had here. One of the judges compared it not only to an astrophoto, but a beautiful piece of art. Jan Beckmann from Germany. Jan, one of the judges commented that this image was like a really good pop song. He loved it. It was so explosive with the color and the movement and the dynamic feel and everything that was going on. Well done. Paweł Radomski of Poland. Paweł, the judges loved the soft, pillowy nature of the gas and dust that you have captured here exquisitely. They felt this was a really strong image. Well done. Paul Milvain from Australia. Paul, the judges absolutely fell in love with this image of the Southern Cross. What they were particularly impressed by was seeing everything behind the Southern Cross that the naked eye doesn't normally see by revealing it through the use of hydrogen alpha. Well done. And Rodney Waters from Australia. Rodney, the judges felt that this was what it was like if you could physically look up and see the Large Magellanic Cloud in the sky. They were very impressed by your image. Congratulations on making the top 5. So the runner-up of this category is Paweł Radomski of Poland. Paweł, the judges thought that your image of Line's Dark Nebula 1448, which is a very rarely photographed dust region where intense star-forming processes are taking place, was amazing. This is 48 hours of integration using a ZWO ASI 2600 camera and an 8-inch carbon Newtonian telescope. Congratulations, Paweł. You have won an Astrography store voucher worth $200 US. And the winner is Paul Milvain from Australia. Paul, your image of the Southern Cross aflame is a 9-panel mosaic of the constellation Crux and surrounds, shot over a period of months in RGB and HA. You're looking at 81.5 hours of integration time on a ZWO ASI 2600 mm Pro and a Stellarvue SVX 80T refractor telescope. The judges were particularly impressed by the quality of the image that you produced with modest equipment from your backyard. Absolutely embodied the deep space category. Congratulations, you have won a $1,175 voucher from Chroma. Well done. Alrighty, moving on to the solar system category. So the solar system category is everything literally within the solar system: sun, moon, planets, their satellites, comets, asteroids, really everything in there. The imaging must be done with the entrant's own gear, with no external observatory or subscription data. Again, we promote a hands-on approach for this category, capturing data from your backyard, your local property, or by traveling to a dark site. You can use any filters or multiple exposures and mosaics that you like. And the first prize is a color planetary camera from Sidereal valued at US $500. So, the top 5 are Dan Bartlett from the USA. Dan, your image is amazing. Seeing the comet with this beautiful tail, you have captured an exquisite result here, sir. The judges loved it. Alessandro Ravignan. Alessandro, the judges really enjoyed the detail you had produced from this image, and the balance that you have created here, and the framing and the composition and the real sense of forces and the dynamics. Well done. Demir Maxan from Australia. Demir, the judges thought this was an amazing image and would make a fantastic poster for astronomy to promote, to put on every kid's bedroom wall. Well done. Lukas Remkowicz of Poland. An extraordinary image of a total solar eclipse. Really well done. Looks like a fantastic piece of art and a really challenging piece to capture. Congratulations. And Laurent Fanyes of Hungary. Laurent, the judges loved your image. They felt it was almost a homage to the famous movie 2001: A Space Odyssey. Really strong image. Well done. Congratulations on making the top 5. The runner-up for this category is Demir Maxan. Demir, you have created an amazing image of the ISS moon transit. The International Space Station captured with a telescope, transiting the moon at approximately 26,000 kilometers per hour. This crossing happened in half a second. So we are looking at 7 frames of a 2,000th of a second each, using a Sony ILC 6400 camera and a Meade LX90 telescope. And the degree of difficulty in that, I can only begin to imagine. But congratulations, Demir, you have won an Astrography store voucher. And the winner is Alessandro Ravignan. Congratulations, Alessandro. Your image, Magnetic Shadow, AR370, is one of the most beautiful sunspot groups of this solar cycle. Captured in daylight with good seeing, 0.5 of an arcsecond resolution, and we're looking at 310 millisecond exposures using a Celestron CH11 HD Edge telescope. Congratulations, Alessandro. The judges absolutely loved your image. They felt it was one of the strongest solar images they had ever seen. So well done. You have won the color planetary camera from Sidereal. Which takes us to the remote imaging category. And the remote imaging category is for images captured using remote telescopes, whether they're privately owned or commercially operated, located at dark sites. So this is under the clearest skies on Earth in everywhere from Chile to New Mexico, remote outback Australia, and everywhere in between. So these images should be really good because they're usually taken with pristine equipment and the sky's literally the limit. The data must be acquired by the entrant through the remote system and processed solely by them. The images are taken from professional observatories or downloaded datasets are ineligible. It has to be the entrant's own imagery and processed by the entrant. The first prize is a Deep Sky West full annual subscription valued at US $1,500. And the top 5 are Alpha Zhang from China. This beautiful image of what's known as the Spaghetti Nebula, an extraordinarily faint and difficult target, beautifully rendered. Congratulations, Alpha. Jan Beckmann, again, from Germany. Congratulations, Jan, you're on a roll. With your amazing image of the Gecko Nebula, the judges were particularly taken with the composition and the colour and the saturation that you brought forward with this one. Arnie Shastri from the United States. Arnie, the judges felt this was an amazing rendition of what is known as the Squid Nebula, a very faint and difficult target. Congratulations. Steve Voddy from Australia. Steve, congratulations. The judges felt this was an amazing and extraordinary image, presenting Vela in a way they hadn't quite seen before in a beautiful artistic colour palette. Well done. And Alpha Zhang, again, congratulations, Alpha, 2 in the top 5. A beautiful, beautiful rendition. Judges hadn't quite seen this connectedness between these two objects so beautifully presented before in such an artistic and glorious way. Fabulous use of the colour palette. Congratulations on making the top 5. And the runner-up is Steve Boddy from Australia. Steve, your Vela supernova remnant image, a naturalistic view of Vela, colour enhanced using narrowband mapping, HA to red, O3 to blue, and ionised sulphur to yellow. Taken from Swan Reach in South Australia on a Player 1 Zeus M Pro with a Takahashi FSQ 106 refractor. We are looking at a total of 200 hours data. An extraordinary achievement. And I can tell you one of the judges, Alyssa Pagan, who processes images for the James Webb Telescope and the Hubble, was particularly taken with the image and the colour palette that you had used. She hadn't seen Vela presented quite this way before. So congratulations, you have won an Astrography store voucher worth $200. And the winner is Arnie Shastri from the United States. Arnie, your amazing image of the deep field of the Squid Nebula, OU4, and the Flying Bat. Squid Nebula and Flying Bat. Now, that's two things you don't see in one sentence very often. Are together one of the most challenging targets to capture. It's super faint, although it's 6 times the size of the full moon in the sky. This was taken from Sierra Remote Observatories in Aubrey in California on a Planewave CDK 350 with a ZWO ASI 6200 camera, a total of 51 hours exposure. Well, congratulations, Arnie. You have won an annual subscription at Deep Sky West, valued at $1,500 US. Alrighty then. Congratulations once more to all of our entrants. Let's hand back now to Robin.
Yeah, thank you so much, Andy, for celebrating an incredible range of images. And I tell you what, if you haven't had a chance to catch every single category judging, take the time to do it, because even if you're not shooting remotely at the moment, you may be inspired to do so in the future. I now have the honour of introducing our Celestron Prize Vice President of Marketing and Product Development, Stephanie Schroeder. Now, this is the first year we have had the honour of running the Celestron Prize, and we're just so thankful to Celestron for coming on board. Stephanie, thank you so much for joining us today. I might just get you to unmute so we can say hi. Thank you.
Sorry about that.
Oh, good.
Thank
Welcome.
Thank you so much for having us today. We're super excited. to be here. And of course, also really excited that we had the opportunity to be one of your sponsors. I had the chance the other day to watch the live judging and was just absolutely blown away by how beautiful the images are. It's just, you know, we do this every day. We create the products that people use, and it just gives us so much pleasure to see what people do with it. It's just absolutely fascinating for us. And then, you know, of course, also to see the images that were submitted that were taken with Celestron products. It's just, yeah, it's mind blowing. It really is. Speaking of products, wanted to introduce one of my coworkers. He's a bit of a legend at Celestron. He's been with the company for almost 30 years. I'm sure you all know him. He's been in so many of our Celestron videos. My right-hand man for anything that has to do with astronomy, an avid astronomer and astro imager himself. This is our product manager, Lance Lucero.
Hi, everyone. Thanks, Stephanie. I think you're overselling me a bit there, but I guess you can tell that you're in marketing, so I guess that's expected. Let me just say that I've been doing astro imaging since the days of film, and even my best work could not hold a candle to anything that I've seen here today. So congratulations to everyone who's in this competition, and just know that I salute you all. So let's talk about the prizes. We'll start with the 9¼ Edge HD optical tube assembly, which is basically an imaging version of the fan favorite C9¼ It offers a true astrograph quality, providing a flat field with pinpoint stars edge to edge, corner to corner on your imaging sensor. Comes with a flexible mirror clutches to reduce image shift, has cooling vents on the rear cell for faster cool down times, and is FastStar compatible, so you can convert the native F10 system to F2 using the aftermarket Hyperstar lens assembly. And I have personally owned and used an 11-inch version of the Edge HD for years, and it is my favorite scope. Moving on to the Celestron Origin. Celestron Origin is an intelligent, all-in-one home observatory that captures incredibly faint deep sky celestial objects and delivers them to your phone or tablet in near real time. Origin comes with a custom camera, which is attached to a 6-inch f2.2 Roe Ackerman Schmidt astrograph that allows you to capture faint nebula and galaxies in minutes instead of hours, even from heavily light-polluted areas. It takes 10 to 15-second exposures and live stacks them on your device, uses non-additive AI image processing to enhance your data that you captured. To be clear, the AI does not add anything to your image. It simply adjusts the curves, levels, and contrast the same way an imager would do in Photoshop. While designed to work automatically, it does offer a full manual control option where you can control the gain and exposure times, as well as the final stretching in your final image. It's got a built-in lithium iron phosphate battery that lasts about 6 hours of continuous imaging, and has a dew heater with a thermistor that applies only the right amount of heat and only when it's required. Now, this is a project that I've been helping on for about 10 years, and I gotta say, it still blows me away every time I use this scope. The incredible images that I get, even from a suburb of Los Angeles, where on a good night, if we're lucky, we can see all 3 stars. So with that, Steph, I think it's time to reveal the winners. So back to you.
Yep, thank you. Okay, everybody ready for the winner of this category? The Celestron Prize winner is Alessandro Ravagnin from Italy for his image Magnetic Heartbeat.
Congratulations. We actually have him in the room. Would you like to make some comments?
Yeah. Thank you. Hi all. Hi everyone. I'm very honored to have won this award. I'm maybe the alarm didn't work, and I'm still sleeping and dreaming. And this is a dream, but I'm very happy. Thank you, thank you, thank you to the judges. Thank you to the sponsor and the organizer of this event. Thank you again.
It's a truly special image. And did you have any particular thoughts when you first saw it? Did you realize what an extraordinary object you had here?
Oh, here we have one of the most beautiful sunspots that I have seen during the 25th, 25th solar cycle. And that day I remember that the scene was amazing, incredible, and it happens not very often here in Italy, above my observatory. And I shot, I don't remember, a lot of movies. I filled the hard drive. And the days after the acquisitions, I spent a lot of time to process all the images that I acquired at that day. And this is maybe the most beautiful image of the sun in white light that I've never captured, and I'm very proud of it.
Fabulous. I think all of the judges certainly agree with that statement, without a doubt. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Also, you also get a fantastic trophy, which is coming your way very soon. So well done, Alessandro.
Thank you.
All right, Andy, I think it might be time to announce the big prize.
Yep. So here comes the big one. The overall competition winner goes.
And so we have the finalists for the competition. And so if we can just bring that slide up now, the finalists are Alessandro Ravignan, Arnie Shastri, Matteo Stracera, and Paul Milvain. Each of you is in the running for the overall winner's prize of this fantastic Celestron telescope. Stephanie, could you please announce the winner?
Yes, absolutely. The overall competition winner is Ani Shastri. Congratulations, Ani. This was for your beautiful image of the Squid Nebula deep field.
Wow, I'm absolutely startled and mind blown. I've been doing this for about 3 years, so it speaks more to your kindness, and all the judges' kindness than my aptitude. So thank you so much. I'm still in shock.
Arnie, did you know that you'd captured something special when you started working on this image?
Well, it's funny because, as Andy mentioned, the target is so faint that until you have all the data and you actually start processing it, it's almost impossible to know what you've got. And I've tried this so many times over the last 3 years, but I think this was the final attempt that kind of got it to where I liked it and where it was worth submitting. And yeah, it was just quite the journey.
Yeah, I think that says it all. It's that undying persistence and just not giving up and keeping on going until you get exactly what it is that you are hoping to get. So well done to you. Andy, did you have anything to add to our winner?
Well, Arnie, in addition to the prize, you also get a fancy trophy. So well done. It's one of our little star trophies. We'll send that over to you. And congratulations once more on being the overall winner of the entire competition. And thank you for your support of the competition. Couldn't have done that without you. Well done, Arnie.
Awesome. Thank you. Again, thank you, Andy, for reminding me to submit, my images to this. And thank you to the judges, for your kindness, and all of the sponsors that you're working with for their generosity. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you, Arnie. And thank you to all of our entrants. We wouldn't have this incredible range of images if you didn't actually get around to your post-processing, your hours and hours of arduous editing, and then just taking the plunge and entering. So good job for being in it. You've got to be in it to win it, as our winners have shown this evening. On behalf of the Astro Prize team, I would like to thank our entrance judges and our amazing sponsors for making this year's awards possible. A massive congratulations to our winners and all of our category finalists. Given the exceptional standard of images entered, you have truly achieved something remarkable and should be immensely proud. Thank you for joining us. and continuing to share your passion for astrophotography with the world. We can't wait to see what you create in the year ahead. 2026 Astro Prize, I'm sure, will be bigger and better than ever. Until then, we wish you clear skies ahead.
Oh my God, look at that picture over there. There's the Earth coming up. Wow, is that pretty?